Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dami Fadira. If you're new here, welcome to the family, and if you're a returning subscriber, it's so good to have you back here. Thank you so much for your love and support for this channel. Thank you for everything. Basically, I don't take you for granted. Alright guys, so before we dive into today's video, guess what? I got my passport. I got my passport finally after over a month of back and forth. I'm just so thankful, despite the fact that I paid a fast track. It took me like 2 weeks to get this passport, but we give God the glory. I'm glad it came safely because it came like this. This is the passport. It came just like this, sealed obviously, but like just like this. And I wish that, or I was expecting that was going to be like in like extra protection, like bag or cardboard or something, but it just came inside like that, which is not nice. I wish the government would just try to provide extra bags or something that they will not insert into the envelope. Then just makes everything easier, because when you go to the embassy, you sign this undertaking that says that if anything happens to it after that's been dispatched, you're on your own. So it's none of their business. So if anything happens, you have to pay money for it to be redone for you, if that makes sense. So, but anyway, before we dive into this video again, I would like to apologize firstly for the volume. A lot of people have complained. I think the last 2 videos that it's not loud enough. I hope this one will be loud, because I'm shouting, so that you guys can hear me properly. I don't have a microphone yet, but I'm going to invest in one very soon, and hopefully then things will be better. Another thing is I stay close to the road, so you probably will hear all of the noise from the cars moving and everything. I like to apologize in advance. So today's video, I'll just be talking about why do I need to open a bank account, the banks we have here, the types of accounts that are available, documents I require, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's just dive into today's video. Okay guys, so I would look down because I have a list here, and I will just look at the list so I don't forget the points that I've written down. You get. So the first thing is, okay, why are you saying we should open an account? Now, I'm not saying you should open by force, but I'm just going to let you know the importance of opening, if that makes sense. Yeah, so one of the first important reason is, okay, I would start with a lot of people have domiciliary accounts now. Yeah, I have one. A lot of people open one before they come here, but some people do not have. Some people will just go to the all those bureau de change guys, give them their country's currency and tell them to exchange it to the Great British pounds, and they come here with cash. So those people, you can't blame them, because maybe they've tried to open, and that some banks, I would say, for example, in my country, some banks will tell you have to have minimum of £1,000. Okay, some that spend so much money on flight, all of those things, they might not have that kind of money on them, so it's hard for them to even open their account in the first place. Not talk of now saying that okay, they'll have the money. So you have like a couple of pounds, hundred of pounds with you, and you come here, you need to open an account firstly to put the money, because you don't want it to misplace. Number one, it can be stolen. Number two, you might end up spending so much and you can't even account for your money. Number three, you can actually misplace it without even knowing until later you now find out, which will be too late by then. So it's safer and makes more sense for you to open one if you have cash. Number two, now you have a domiciliary account, and you say that that's what you want to use. A couple people use that, they keep using their bank card from their own country. I would say that most landlords, most private houses, not if you're using let's say student accommodation, most of the time you can even do online transfer and all of those things, but most landlords want you to have an account, like a UK account. They don't want you to be transferring money from your own country's account to theirs. They want to know that yes, it's safe, it's secure, it won't take time. They need their money ASAP. They don't want something that you not be saying that yes, you're supposed to pay your rent on the 30th. You not say, I'm trying to make the transfer, is my bank from my country, they have not authorized it now, second of the next month, third of the next month. Nobody has time. People need their money, so it's better, and landlords will probably just prioritize someone that has an account that is here, and they know that yes, the person will be able to pay the money without any form of problems whatsoever. The third and another important point actually is your employer would not accept an international bank detail. Most employers do not. They want to be able to pay the money, because for me, I've noticed that my employer, before I wake up, like on my, because they pay every week here, so before I wake up on Fridays, most of the time the money is already in my account, and that's because I think there's a direct payments, whatever they use. So it will make sense for them to not start including Access Bank Nigeria, or Diamond Bank, is it Diamond, Access Bank, or Zenith Bank, or something like that, because at the end it's not going to work that way. I don't know the whole complexity of the whole thing, but I know it's complex, so no one's going to accept that. So you really need an UK bank account for you to be able to give your employer those details. Another thing is, if you want to buy groceries and buy some things in the store, there's some stores that do not accept international bank cards. That happened to me before. I went to buy something, I was there at the counter and I was going to pay, and it did not go. It kept declining. I thought there was a problem, and they asked me, "Oh, what bank card are you using?" And I was like, "Oh, it's an international bank card." And they're like, "Oh, sorry, they do not accept it." Not all banks. I mean, I know that the big stores like Tesco and all of those things, I've used, when I first came, I used my international bank card to buy things and purchase things and all of those things. But yeah, I'm saying that sometimes you find yourself in situations where you need to buy something ASAP and your card might not just work. Another thing is, because of the exchange rates, there can be fluctuation. It will affect your money. Your money can just be reducing, because the British pound is very strong, so it doesn't come down. Most of the time it goes up. At least it's not like it doesn't come down, but like most of the time it goes up. So your money will just be reducing every time. It's reducing every time. And we're trying to save money here, so you do not want to be in that situation. Yeah, it just makes everything easier for you. And those are my reasons why I say that it's very important for you to open a UK bank account. That makes sense. The next thing I will talk about is the banks that we have here. So there are lots of them. So Lloyd's Bank, there is Barclays, there is NatWest, there is Santander. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the most, I'll try to put everything somewhere so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, and when you go to the bank to open your account, or you're doing it online, most of the time you would be required to choose a bank account type, and obviously the only one you can open is a student bank account. Do you understand? Because the documents they will require from you is what those are the only one documents that you have. For example, admission letter and things like that. You don't have like an employment letter because you're not working, you're a student. So yeah, so you just open like a student's bank account. Now before I dive into the perks or the good thing about opening a student account, I'll just talk about the documents you require to open one. The first thing you require is a means of identification or means of identification. So it could be your BRP, which is very important. So it could be, it should be one of them, your passport, your student ID card, I think, maybe your admission letter, I can't remember, but I think so. Then a letter from your university, an international bank letter from your university. It's very easy to get. You can always reach out to your university's student support people, or like my university, we have it already on our students portal, so you can always just go there and print it out and everything. So yes, those are documents that you need. And what else do you need? Yes, also you need like your proof of address. Yeah, proof of address is very important, because that's where they will send your cards. So that's where you'll be getting letters and all of those things. That's where they will address even your online letter, that's where they address it to. So it's very important for you to go with your proof of address. So you can be a letter from your university confirming that that's where you're staying, or most of the time just your tenancy agreements. That's like the easiest one for you to take. Now I'll say that the student accounts here, the perks of opening the student account, number one is most of the banks don't have charges, or they have little charges for students compared to regular accounts. Now I would say for Lloyd's Bank, I use Lloyd's Bank. That's the only bank that I use, aside from I have TransferWise, which I'll come back to later. But I use Lloyd's Bank because number one, I don't get charged like every month. There's this maintenance fee and everything. I don't get charged for that. But if I need to transfer money from here to outside the UK, I'll have to pay. Or if I get I won't have to pay. But I think if someone sends me money from outside the UK to my Lloyd's Bank, then I'll get charged. I'll put the link so I can't remember, but I don't even make transfer from this thing because nobody has money to be wasted now. So the good thing is you don't have to, like, the money you leave here, if you leave the money and don't touch it, to stay like that. Do you understand? So which is very good. Like, as a student, you don't want to be getting debited like every month. Another thing is most of these banks provide like cashback whatever for students. So for example, if you go to a store to buy something and on your app it says that you can get like 10% cashback from that store, means that let's say you spend £150, you get £15 back because you use the bank card to pay. Do you understand? Also, some banks also provide like these vouchers, like you can get like 20% off, like going to the restaurant, or you know, maybe you want to get a real card, you get a particular percentage off, you know, stuff like that, which is really good. So banks also give like, just as an incentive to like bring you into their body, into the bank, or for you to use their bank. Some of them will provide like, let's say, bus passes for as discounted price for, or even for free for a period of time, or real cards for a period of time. So just check before you choose any bank, just, you know, check all of them. I'll put the links of most of the banks that, or the banks I've talked about, I'll put the links in the description box, so you can just look at it and just play around, because policies change every time. So just, you know, check out the one that you feel like is most interesting, or the one that just fits what you want. Another advantage of opening an account here in the UK is that you can do the whole contactless thing. I think it works for the UK cards. I don't know about, I don't know, did I use it for my, I'm not sure. With contactless meaning that you can just, you know, tap and pay. You don't have to start putting pin and everything to pay or buy stuff. Let's say you want to buy stuff of like up to like £45. I think for Lloyd's Bank up to like £45, you can use your contactless. So after £45, they require your PIN, because obviously maybe someone has stolen it and all of that. Another type of accounts you can open are the online ones. So the online bank accounts like Monzo, TransferWise are the ones that are very easy to open. I mean, you don't need to go to any bank branch or, you know, submit a lot of things like that. You can open this from your home country. Do you understand? And you know, when you get here, you get your card sent to you or whatever, and you can use that for the meantime. I know like people that are close to me that's what they use TransferWise. They've been using this since and it works for them. So yeah, because then you'll be able to, you can use the card in any country like Canada or the UK or Europe or most of the countries. So it just saves you all of the stress. Now for me, yeah, when I want to make transfer from here to Nigeria, that's my country, I do not use my UK bank to make this transfer. This is because it takes a long period of time. In fact, I don't even think it's even possible, except I'm transferring to a domiciliary account, and to take time. So what I do is I start using this app that is called Lemonade Finance. I know a lot of people probably know about it already, but that's what I use to transfer my money. So I send money from my UK account to my Lemonade Finance account, and from there I send it to my Nigerian account. So you can send it to Nigeria, you can send it to Ghana, you can send it to Kenya, yeah, I think Canada also, I can't remember, but you can send to those countries, and I'll put a link below. So in case you want to make transfer and you're thinking, oh yeah, when I come here, how would I be making transfer to my family, how would I be whatever, I'll put a link in the description box, so you can be able to use that to download the application. You can use to download the application and make transfer to your family and your friends when you are here without any form of hassle. If you have any questions or any form of clarifications, please let me know and I would respond to you as fast as I can. Also, the link that we put in for the Lemonade Finance, I would also put like a code here. What is the code here? So that code basically is when you make over £100 transfer, you will get like 10%, or sorry, £10 extra, like cashback. That makes sense. Like if you make £100 transfer or more, you get like £10 back, which is good. I mean, you spend money and you still make money back. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video to this moment, thank you so much. I really appreciate your love and your support this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe. I love you guys.